Hello, welcome to my variety gaming stream. I'm here to say hello on webcam. I don't normally go on webcam, but today I'm feeling brave, I guess. Oreos. I really hope you enjoy this stream. Hope it fills you with good vibes and fun times, to be honest. I'm going to put this over here, put this over here. I'm going to close it on and move over a little bit. Am I centered? Yeah, you're fine. Okay, just checking. We're going to play League of Legends, but it's not going to be anything impressive. It's just going to be a bot game. Just one bot game, okay? And then, I don't know, maybe I'm going to turn off my webcam. I'll come right back. Well, I guess it's not a problem. I was just going to take some vitamins. I didn't want to be on camera being like vitamins. You know? Yep. Vitamins sort of help me, I think, when it comes to gaming. Or at school, too. I mean, these help me with school. I mean, I haven't even started school. I don't know for sure yet, but it helps with my memory. I imagine this would help my recall and memory in school. I'm doing some weird thing with Mount SAC in a community college, free high school diploma program, where you go back to school online or in person, and you finish your classes in some way I don't understand yet. It starts on the 21st. So hopefully I'll finish my high school diploma. I don't know how many classes they're going to make me take. On my, what you call, want to play Caitlyn? Sure.
I'm on the case.
On my, transcript, it says I have like 225 credits or something like that. And it said out of 250, and I'm like, oh wow, I need a lot. But they said I only needed 5 when I was in high school. So I don't know. They changed something because at first they needed the algebra, and then they were like, no, we don't need the algebra anymore. And now they're making you do more classes even if you only need a few credits, and maybe they're increasing the amount of credits. I'm not sure. The law changes every few years on how many credits you need in order to complete your high school diploma. Okay. There we go. Oops, I did not mean to do that. It was an accident. I was just alt tabbed and I got stuck. Oh, you know what? Daniel, can you do that cool thing that people do when they play League of Legends? Yes. I'm actually trying to make the quality of my live stream a little better now. Hope you enjoy it. Well, how are you going to do that? Using my brain, I'm going to try really hard to make it work. Just slightly. How's it going so far? Not good. I can't barely see what I'm doing. Hold on. Keep alt tabbing. Okay, you're good. You're in the right spot, but you could probably move over a little bit. Right. And then what? Leave it. Are you sure? Yeah, no. Move over somewhere. Just a little bit.
The heart of Piltover is its people.
Make it smaller or move it to the left a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Nah, you didn't do it right. Alright, hold on. I'll work on that after I get out of the fights.
Boom, headshot. target in sight.
Which game is more fun though? I'm gonna go with Warcraft right now. I feel bad playing this even in bot games sometimes. Not that I feel guilty, I just feel like shameful, crappy, can't do anything right, too hard to be good at.
We have a good chase.
You know, when it comes to minions and stuff, I beat myself up, I feel bad. You know, like, it's like embarrassing. Yeah. Just playing League of Legends, I've had a lot of bad experiences, to be honest, on live servers and playing with people and stuff. Don't always get along with people. People fight with me, people flame me, people grief me,
I do love a good
you know,
mystery.
and I don't always agree with how people play. People play in this their made up meta that they invented for themselves so they can control the battlefield and stuff, and they don't let you break the meta at all. It drives me insane. Like, what are they doing? I know what you mean. Like, seriously though, like, the meta is just something some gamers invented to make it easier for them to beat their opponents, to be honest. And that's all the meta really is. But there are certain things that are absolutely required that you need to do in order to actually win or be good at the game. Like, sometimes it comes down to control boards and being able to find wards with that one thing. I don't even remember what it's called. The red thing. The sweeper thing. Sweeping lens or something. Anyway, all you really need is good starting items to be able to counter your opponent, or even just be able to be strong against anybody. What you really want is to actually think for yourself. It makes you a better player, to be honest. Meta can get you only so far. You can learn from... What you want to do is learn from
I'm not here to serve.
good meta players
Protect.
and learn from good players in general. What they do in each role. Don't necessarily copy them, but you can if you want to. But you can also improve upon their techniques. Or say, I disagree. That may not be useful or something, you know, like, think for yourself a little bit.
Now.
You don't have to be a copy pasta gamer, you know. Play with your own style. It's like piano. You don't have to play like everyone else. Sometimes you do. That depends on you. You know, that's my view of it.
Stay out of my way.
I'm a very independent person. I may not have literal actual independence when it comes down to actually wanting to be free,
Well, I'm gone, won't
but I may not have the independence I would like to have, but I try to be as independent as I possibly can be, because I don't have it in my life. I try to get it in my life. I'm literally fighting for it right now. Trying to fight for my independence, fight for my freedom, fight for my rights. And, you know, it's something you were told in school, in high school, etc. You learn about human rights in high school and stuff like that. Maybe outside of high school, it depends.
never a dull
When you're learning about government and history and stuff like that, you assume when you're in class that you already have these rights. Maybe in public school, the school is by law not allowed to take away your human rights, right? This is probably because it's a federal thing, or even one of those congressional things where it's countrywide instead of like county or something. Did you know? I actually disagree with the way people do county stuff. I don't always like the way people like make counties more powerful than the actual state government or even the country government. I like the country government in charge, not the counties. the counties, they become like kings and queens, rulers over the suburbs and stuff like that. Like, you know, they they take things a little too seriously, and then they become drunk on power, and they want to be like the king of this county, etc. And they want to be able to control it and make it the way they want it to be. And in a free country, that doesn't always work out because you're going to be taking someone's human rights. You're going to be you're going to be doing whatever you want at the expense of others, perhaps, and that's not always good because if someone becomes like a tyrant, police officers in a certain county or sheriffs, and they become tyrannical, who's going to crack down on them? Nobody. America's not doing it. America's not saying, hey, don't do that. They just let the counties do whatever they want. And I don't always agree with that because, it's like, this is America, right? We're supposed to be American and free and have rights and independence and such. But it doesn't always seem to be that way. And the belief system of the common humans is easily controlled by the common politics of the day. So, like, for example, if someone wants to control the public, they control what you think by making you think like that with what they share on as a social media influencer, for example, or just a politician or someone who's talking about politics. They may want to encourage you to agree with them so that they can have what they want or even give you what you want. So politics can be kind of confusing and complicated when it comes to Republican and Democrat, because the Democrats and the Republicans both have their own agenda for half of the population, and that they will control each one another, how each one another thinks. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's an easy way of mind control, obviously. It's an easy way to influence. It's not just mind control, but it's influencing the public so that they agree with perhaps even the ruling class, for example, or even the smart people, or even whatever it may be. It's almost always for an agenda. People always have their agenda in politics. And if there isn't one, why are you talking? Because normally in politics, it's all about making a difference, either making it the way you want it to be, keeping it the same, or making it different than it used to be. So, for example, people will disagree what good change is. People will disagree there's facts and figures and stuff like that. You can prove stuff, and like some things are a little subjective from time to time. But some things are factual, and it's just not right to be evil about like the truth. Like you might have something that's true, and people will tell you lies about it on politics because they want to get to go in a certain direction for their benefit, for example. And sometimes it's in the benefit of the whole entire Republican Party or the benefit of the whole entire Democratic Party. But sometimes it's in the benefit of a very few. It could be certain political view, intelligent people, but also sometimes people are trying to do heroic things and they get into fights with a whole entire political parties. For example, let's say I tried to make the world a better place, right? And I'm getting in the way of a Republican's bottom line, for example, and his profits are going to be affected if he finds out that I want to change things to be a certain way that might make it better for everybody, right? So, for example, if I make it this way for everybody and everything gets better, it's going to affect their bottom line, and they're not going to be as rich as they used to be or have as much money as they used to be, even though I'm overall trying to make things work in a way that is productive for everyone so that it works and functions as a system. But someone might see me as a bad guy because I'm touching how much profit they make each day, for example. When it comes to money, people get pretty damn serious about this, and then they'll slander you. They'll do whatever it takes to stop you from doing possibly a heroic thing, right? So that's when politics get pretty nasty, when you get in the way of someone else's money. And it's always about money in America. That's the sad thing. And, politics is a dirty game. And you should not even want to get involved, to be honest, because they'll destroy you if you're just some random dude. You know, you're just some guy on the internet.
More cat and mouse.
Some people will destroy your life because you have a different opinion than theirs because they mudsling so much. It's a dirty game. Politics is dirty. And honestly, that leads me to say sometimes capitalism is dirty. Yes. Because if doing the right thing is getting in the way of someone else making money. For example, someone's doing something that makes them money, but it turns out to be wrong or bad for the human race. Then, you know, how are you going to stop them if they're going to destroy you every time you try to take their money away? For example, you don't want to take all their money away. You just want to stop them from doing the thing that's bad. For example, let's say you determine something to be bad, and it's not just your opinion, and you're aware of the fact that it's probably bad or evil, right? Or morally wrong. So you come to a conclusion of something morally. So a lot of people these days, they don't like talking about morals, but if you don't have a sense of right and wrong, then what are you doing exactly in this world? If you're not good, then you're bad, I guess. Is that how you see things? I don't know. You know, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say there. I don't know enough about this topic, but for some reason, some people don't seem to like morals sometimes because it holds them to a standard of being good, for example. And they hate that idea of having to be good or answer to God, example. You know, some people don't like the idea of God or Jesus. They hate Jesus. They hate God. And any Christian who's good also is hated by others. That's just normal, and it's amazing that this country was ever considered a Christian country, as much as it probably isn't anymore. It shifted quite a bit on its belief system, and it never had perfect adherence to Christian morals or beliefs. To call this a Christian nation would be a shame. You know, like, it would be shameful if ever it was, and I don't think it ever was. Maybe there were some good people who were in charge who happened to be Christians, and when you say when your influence in the country is good and Christian and wholesome, then the country is probably going to be good, full of good people, better than it would be, for example, if you have bad people in charge of your influence. Now, what's the difference, though, and how is it not subjective? Well, good things normally benefit and make you feel good or better or are nice and good for you, healthy, and make your life easier or better in some way. Bad things tend to ruin lives, take things away, and lead to death or torture or pain. That's my description of good and bad. So if you're hurting people, you shouldn't be doing it. That's bad, right? Unless you're punishing them for their crimes, but that is something of a different topic I will get into later, honestly, one day, because it's such a complicated topic. True justice is not easy to even fathom or comprehend. And it's sad. It's sad because people don't really think about it very much. You know, we haven't even really, in my opinion, judicially on our books, on the justice system's books, we haven't really properly defined true pure justice 100%, even though we've been around for a long time as humans. People's opinions have slipped their ways into our cracks and stuff like that. Belief systems have changed and shifted throughout the years, and so we have decided to pervert the ways of what would be considered true justice. True justice is something that's not always on a piece of paper. You know, it's not something you can find in a police station. It's not something you find in the law books. It's not something you'll find in a court of law. True justice needs to find its way into our country again, in America, because we promise justice for all, so we need to work on it. We are doing things not correctly, and when they say mend thy every flaw, and that's what that's what God is trying to do for America. That's what we pray for, to mend our every flaw, and we have a lot of flaws in our justice system. Unfortunately, there are numerous problems. Let's just start with the simple stuff, the common stuff. What's common is opinionated judges. Judges who don't have an unbiased view of a situation. Courts of laws not
Let's do this by the book.
playing by the rules that they said they would. Just all sorts of stuff. Common things are either power hungry or drunk on power judges who are drunk on their own power and will not consider what might be the actual right things to do. Instead, just going on based on public opinion to make the public happy.
I'm not here to stand.
Since the public agrees, I'm glad I'm able to put this person away for life in prison. For example, maybe he doesn't deserve it, and the public says he does, but the judge doesn't really care, right? So that's an injustice because he didn't deserve it, didn't do anything to deserve it, wasn't worthy, but the public didn't like him, so he got sent away for life, for example. That is a perversion of justice for the sake of being liked by people and doing what the public wanted instead of what was just. The public doesn't always know shit about justice. They just do whatever the fuck they want. They think how you tell them to think, to be honest. The public, no offense, guys, no offense, public, but you guys can be very, very easily manipulated to believe certain things in certain ways, to honestly pervert the ways of justice by just being a bad influence and not doing the right thing or thinking what is the fair or just thing to do in that situation without being biased. The public is so unbiased, but they don't have to be biased. That's their choice. You know, you can be biased or you can be unbiased when it comes to justice as a citizen. But in my opinion, you shouldn't be able to influence the whole entire public to think your way, even if it's wrong. For example, I can probably prove to you a lot of ways you've done things many wrong, whether it's the public or judges or the justice system in general. But it's far too complicated, and it's not worth riling up the public because they're very sensitive and get angry very easily, and they take it out on me whenever I tell the truth. And the truth is something some people just don't want to hear. The truth doesn't always hurt. It scares people. Right. It makes people confused. The truth is it can alter your life. You know, it can make you from good to bad. It can shock you into a good or a bad person. The truth is sometimes hard to swallow, but also shocking to some when they've been told otherwise for their whole life. So it's not easy for some people to accept a different way of belief. For example, let's say you've been lied to your whole life and you didn't know that wasn't true, or this was the wrong way to do something, and you're not willing to change your mind, right? Or you don't think that I'm right about something, for example. Damn, I'm close. Hey, I'm not perfect though, bro. I'll tell you the truth. I don't know everything, but I just know when things are wrong. I'll tell you what's broken and maybe how to fix it. I don't have a guarantee on how to fix it. It's kind of like sometimes when things aren't broken, you should leave it alone. But when something is, you should fix it. See, the thing is about judges, they're often elected by the public. And the public is often biased. So who do you think they're going to pick? A biased or an unbiased? Probably a biased judge, yes, which will lead to an injustice problem. Because the public probably thinks they know what justice is, but they probably don't. Because they didn't go to law school, and they don't know anything about it because they don't know how to think logically, and they don't know what logical thought is because they never went to school for it. For example, they never studied logical thought. And that's mathematical, but in a linguistic term. Mhm. Logical thought is like linguistic math. It's not common sense, it's just logical thought. It's 1 plus 1 equals 2,
Stay out of my way.
1 plus 2 equals 3. 1 minus 2 is 1, kind of thing. And that's what logical thought is basically. It's not always addition, it's not always subtraction, it's not always division or multiplication or algebra or trigonometry or whatever. What's that other one? Geometry, we said that already. Calculus? Yeah, that's calculus. I don't know what trigonometry is. Trigonometry is apparently the practical use of trigonometry is actually directions. Like going on a boat. And then being able to navigate.
Let's move up.
Graphically, I guess, in your brain or something, I don't know. Because maps used to be graphs, basically. Yes, sometimes, and that's what that was for. Anyway, calculus is more like calculations of math, I guess. Like a calculator, I guess. I don't know what calculus is used for, to be honest. Don't ask me, I don't know. I could look it up right now and find out on Google. If you'd rather go do that yourself, please do.
No hesitation.
What's the difference between electrical engineering and computer engineering, for example? That's a good question, because like computer engineering and electrical engineering are almost in the same exact field. One is more practical and less modern. Electrical engineering is more
I must always be
practical, I guess, and more like universal for like building things, making things. You can even make circuit boards with electrical engineering, but normally it's not going to be a modern day computer,
always maintain a
which you'd want to probably take computer engineering for example. If computer engineering even covers how to make a motherboard, I don't know. Depends on what school you go to and what kind of school, what they call it, if you're trying to make motherboards or learn how to design motherboards. Most of the time, you're not going to be making the motherboard because you're probably going to be using a machine, and you're going to have a whole entire factory team helping you with robots to design and build the motherboard. So you're not going to be alone. It's not going to be you by yourself. And if you want to do it from scratch, good luck. And I've never heard of it, but I guess go ahead. Most of the most impressive people, for example, like they said, Steve Jobs made computers in his garage and stuff, but like he may have put them together, but like, or him and Steve Wozniak, but like most what they did was coding actually. They coded their operating system and their interface and stuff like that. Both him and Bill Gates cheated a little bit by using other people's code and stuff, but they're still smart people, bro. Like, you can't do that. You can't just say, oh, well, they cheated. No, not necessarily. You go ahead and try copying something from Xerox and turning it into a user interface. Go ahead. You know what I mean? Like, turn it into an operating system called Apple or Microsoft Windows. Go ahead. I dare you. I dare you. I bet you can't. Unless you're them or someone else who has the ability to do that. Most people can't. Takes some coding skill.
Me, miss? Not by a long shot.
Oh, so they didn't. Well, from my understanding, when I think it's a little bit, like, you know, if you watch Pirates of the Silicon Valley, it's a little bit, what you call,
I much prefer desk duty.
what's the word for, like, exaggerated? Yeah, it kind of exaggerates what they did, but I think last time I checked, they were using boards that were built in factories and stuff like that. They weren't normally assembling them in person, like the movies will make you think. They're using technology that was available to certain public, certain people who are working in computer science and stuff like that. So, like, there were standards. There were standards back then. Not everybody built them themselves, but if they did, it would probably be a modification of something that already existed. And, like, they maybe added some RAM stick or they added this thing to it somehow. Maybe. Right. Don't quote me. I wasn't there and I don't talk to them very often, if at all. Steve Jobs died and Steve Wozniak is on Twitter, and I don't talk to him a lot. But did he get all the credit stolen from him? I think so. It seems like he was the man. He was the brains, and Steve was the brawn. Steve was the businessman, right? But you still got to be smart to do that. I got no disrespect for Steve Jobs. He's still smart, very smart. Took you long enough, huh? Yes. Want to go back? No, wait, don't. There's a Lux. What you going to do, Lux? Oh, she's dead, bro. Uh-oh, the devil is here. The beast is here. I'm gonna go buy something so he goes away. No Satan, please. Not tonight. What else do you want to buy? That's fine. Wait, hold on. Do that again. Buy this instead. I agree. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go to Baron. I hope it doesn't lead to the end of the game. Wait. Push top, Danny. Push top. Do you talk to yourself all the time? Well, I'm talking to myself right now. Hey, that should have changed my freaking crit. I know, right? Well, it didn't, because I probably didn't buy any AD. Right. So, my bad. I'm trying to get rid of the 666 thing I don't like. I didn't ask for it. Right, put it in the game. As a fairly faithful Christian person, not perfect at all. I don't like seeing the mark of the beast when I play video games. It's a bad sign to me. Something bad is going down, or someone puts out there on purpose, etc.
You cannot outrun your crimes.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Hey, you never died? That's true.
I do love a good mystery.
Darn. See, when I can't click her, and then I use my right click auto attack, it actually hits her when she's untargetable, for example. And I'm like, thank you, Riot. Everyone's like, don't use that, you noob. You know, like, that's when I'd complain about the meta people, because they don't use that. And then, you know, no, that's a different story. See, it's understandable that clickers are generally worse than keyboard players on Warcraft. But it depends, man. Depends. Depends. Gear, reflexes, skill, what spells you actually casted, who casted the spells correctly, who didn't. That was fun. Warcraft. I'm level 67. I have a way to go. Water would be nice. Thank you. God. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, so there's lots of quests to do, but I like dungeon leveling. It's much faster to me. This is more harder work. Doing quests is harder and less rewarding because you have to run around all over the place. And then, where am I? Is there a quest in here? Vaden? Oh, he's in here. Cool. Hello, sir. Come to fight you. Oh, it's a girl. Do you think I'll win? Holy crap. Good crit on that one. That's when I have downsides right there. I'm not always paying attention to like my target since I click. Here's the downsides of clicking. You can't always move your character like this when you're doing this. You have to do both and then go back. And then also, you back up to target instead of doing this. Well, it's the same thing, but like also your vision is skewed because you're looking at your action bars instead of, for example, looking at your enemy's location.
Farewell.
Or even in a dungeon. Okay, so I need repairs, so I'm hoping I can find a place where I can repair. I don't know where they do that. They're around here, I'm guessing. Out there I can. I'm gonna try to get up there. I'm gonna go to the waterfall and hope for the best. What's that? Did I move my webcam? Yeah. But it's somewhere more appropriate. Right there. Right there is fine. Thank you. Alright. Wait, no, that's not right. That doesn't look right. Where then? Right here. Right. Wait, are you sure? Right there? Right. Sure. You're looking for repairs? Yeah. It's not always easy to find repairs. Is there a person I can ask for repairs?
Aspects watch over you.
Prophet? No.
Honor
Sorry.
all dragons.
Bah. Profession trainer, actually, yeah, do, blacksmithing. Right. Where's that? This way. Is that will be a definite repairman. Right. Good. Use your brain. Yeah. Okay, so there he is over this way. Right there. Oh. Okay, so we got a blacksmith trainer. And he doesn't repair things, I guess. It's not right. So you train, but you don't repair. Who repairs around here? You got any engineers who repair or anything? Maybe in here? Yeah. That's the guy I found last time. Alright, cool. That bothers me a little bit. I dropped something. Damn it. I found it. Mage food. Okay, so where are we? Over this way, don't touch those. Okay, cool.
I need a target. I need to target.
I might have something wrong with my tab targeting also. It seems to have problems at times. I might want to change it to like... Oh, okay, hold on. I'll be right back.
Be careful out there.
Who's stealing our meat?
I'll be right there. Okay, never mind.
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
I don't like when my tab targeting doesn't target the closest monster to me or enemy. I want this one targeted. I have to go out of my way to click on it. So, right.
I don't have a target.
Hello, sir. You're hurt.
I'll pass your story along.
I don't like when the healers don't top you off in dungeons. It's a sign that they're not very considerate to your life or health.
I need to get closer.
This thing was doing me though. That's true. Okay. That's fine.
Our paths shall cross.
Meat thieves! Kill them. Ruin them. Destroy them.
Maybe I should move my webcam. Yeah. It's in the way of the enemy, or the targeted character thing. Hold on. Oops, sorry. Find them. Move your webcam
Be careful of it.
over here. Sure. No, that doesn't look right. Over there. That's fine. Where'd they go? Oh.
I'm out of range. I need to target something first.
Oh, I'll open it.
We'll remember you.
Here, come for us, meat thieves. We rip you apart. What you waiting for? Bring us meat thieves.
I don't have a target. I need a
Where'd it
target.
go? You broke it? Damn it. Damn, this boss keeps breaking. Broke. Okay. It broke for some reason. I don't know why.
It's
Oh,
too
that's cool.
far away.
This boss broke. Did it respawn for some reason? Not last time. Last time it didn't respawn. That's me. I have no clue why it does that.
No, with order. Be so
I need a target.
Doing good? Yeah, I'm doing alright. Yes. Follow the pally. No. No, that's not better.
I need to get closer.
I don't know how long it'll take to get to 70 if I just do dungeons. I don't know if they made it easy to do or if it's hard. They don't want you to.
It's too far away. I need to target something first.
Oh
I'm out
man,
of range.
what the hell's going on? You see, that's what I mean. I get confused visually.
I need to get closer.
I guess over there it is. What's going on in this game? No, don't do that. No, you don't want that.
I don't have a target. I'm out of range. I need a target. I need to target something first.
Oh.
need a target.
Honestly, what I'm gonna do when I get to 70, I don't know if I'm gonna be screwed or if I'm gonna have something to do.
It's too far away.
I might be undergeared. Yep. A little worried
I
about that,
need
but
to
it'll
target
be
something
okay.
first.
Love the sound of trap snaps!
I don't have a target.
Come, cubs, feeding time! Gutshot is most painful way to die.
I need to
Kill the
target
hot
something
leader.
first.
Clever meat. Come to me, clever meat. I'll wither your strength myself.
I'm out of range. I need a target.
Freedom. I have a bit of a speed boost on my freedom. I think I might die. I need to be careful. No.
I don't have a target.
I need to get out of that right away. Okay, I'm dying again. I need to heal myself. Maybe cleanse myself? Yeah, that's a good idea.
I need to target something first.
The way in the end. I control decay. Reclaim everything. I will wither this world and eat its bones.
I need a target. It's too far away.
I thought that was the boss. I'm sorry. It's all my cooldown.
I need to target something first.
Your corpses will spread the
I
rot.
need to get closer.
This power obeys me. withered bones, your homes, everything.
Thank you. Thank you, Dean, for helping me level a little bit. Barely at all. What to do, what to do, what to do. Might take longer than expected, I think. To be honest, this is gonna probably take tonight, maybe tomorrow, all of tomorrow. At this rate. You read Talbox? Oh, where'd you go? There you are, Talbot. Do I have a Talbot? No. Oh. Go follow the Talbot rider. What are you doing? Want to share a Talbot with him? Yeah. Take the white one out. Feel like I. It's a boy. It's okay. Just say hi. Hi. When I see people on tall books, I'm like, I know how you feel. When I saw someone on one, I was like, envious, jealous, want one. But nowadays, I think they're a lot easier. They may have been as easy as they are today, as always, but getting exalted is a lot easier than it used to be. Apparently, in the past, getting exalted required like actually fighting PvP in Megran, but I may have been deceived by my brother to make me just go fight with the Alliance for some reason to try to get my beads to get me exalted. Yeah, it would take forever in this day and age if you had to do PvP to get a Talbot. Okay, so where's the repairman? I was just right next to him. No. I'll fight him. Hold on.
The aspects have returned.
Profession trainer. What you want is there's something wrong with my mouse also. You see it like moving around randomly. There's something wrong with it. Need a new one. Blacksmith.
Go in service.
Okay, so the blacksmithing person's right there, but this is the guy who repairs things, right? This is
Let me
the
show you what I
blacksmithing
got.
stuff guy.
Stop by anytime.
He's the supply man. Yep. Okay. So, should I do a quest or something? Or just... Want me to turn off the stream? If there's nothing to do and I'm not feeling it, I'm probably going to turn off the stream unless God wants me to do something on the stream. Okay, I'm going to get going. Good night, guys. I might come back. It's up to God, really. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. Later. Take care.